Good afternoon to those who listen. July 19th, 2024, 1:26 p.m. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I should be shouting from the rooftops. I feel like this is something huge that people are making light of. And what in the world? Okay, so now I'm finding out more information. So supposedly the software glitch or the update for the software was from CrowdStrike, who does cybersecurity. So there can't be a cyber attack. That's their job, is to prevent cyber attacks from happening. Listen to this.
We're aware of an issue affecting Windows devices due to an update from a third-party software platform.
Third-party software.
A resolution is forthcoming. CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz says the issue has been identified and a fix has been deployed.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, again, just to reinforce what you said, it wasn't a cyber attack. It was related to this.
They keep reinforcing, they keep emphasizing. Don't worry, folks, it was not a cyber attack. It was not a cybersecurity issue.
Content update. And as you might imagine, we've been on, with our customers all night and working with them. Many of the customers are rebooting the system. It's a very complex world, and there's a lot of interactions. And
if it was that complex, wouldn't you make sure that this wouldn't happen?
Tall task.
Airports are resuming some flights, but travelers should expect disruptions throughout the day. In Chicago,
with a smile on her face.
Fox Business.
Thank you to Kelly Severi down there in Chicago. She was reporting.
All right, next thing we're going to listen to is a guy from Philadelphia.
Hartsfield Jackson Airport. To reiterate, the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike said that the issue believed to be behind this outage was not a security incident or a cyber attack.
It's not. Don't worry, folks, it's not that.
We're seeing different officials from across the country. The mayor of Philadelphia, other emergency management folks there,
lots
to
of
provide us an update and tell people what they're doing.
Different states lost 911 emergency services. We keep hearing about that. So here, listen to this.
Let's watch.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dominic Morellis. I'm the director with the City of Philadelphia's Office of Emergency Management. Welcome to the city's Emergency Operations Center. Frankly, this room has been buzzing since about a little bit after 1 a.m. when, like many of our public safety and 24/7 city services, we all realized something was up, if you will.
Something was up.
Here at the Office of Emergency Management, we are fortunate that the city has a 24/7 dedicated watch desk, watching for all types of hazards, whether it's extreme heat, whether it's large fires across the city or supporting our first responders in the street,
large fires in the city,
technological emergencies like we're experiencing now, monitoring at all times for what is happening in the city, in the region, frankly in the world, that could have an impact on Philadelphia. Shortly around 1 a.m., as I mentioned, we realized that there was an issue. Issues happen all the time, and we have a
not like
process
this
to start to go through and understand what extent of an issue do we have. We started to enact our procedures very quickly, called our other 24/7 functions to include police radio, fire communications, to understand if they were experiencing something as well. We learned that they were experiencing something similar to us, and so we started to enact what we call our continuity of operations plan. We didn't know to what extent we would need that continuity of operations plan, but nonetheless, you will not be surprised that, like other public safety agencies, we have a backup plan, and a lot of times there's a backup plan to that backup plan for things just like this.
Yeah,
so I am very proud to say that the Office of Emergency Management,
we've seen so many backup plans with the other states when they had the 911 go out. Like the one where it was a water leak, but then miraculously the backup generators were also affected, and their backup generators were affected. Come on, backup to backups failed. Look at the cargo ship that hit the bridge in Baltimore. They had backup generators. Oh, they failed too. And then the backup to the backup generators failed. Come on. How does all the backups fail too? I mean, in this case, I'm not sure if that happened, but in the past. I don't know. I'm just going to say, everybody, please be alert. Pray. Pray for discernment on a lot of this stuff. I don't know the answers to everything. I don't know exactly what is going on. I have some theories. But whatever it is, it's not good. And one thing I'm saying, that all, this stuff is happening. We got an election coming up. I don't think there's going to be an election. I'm just throwing that out there too. I think this might be a sign that they're going to try to disrupt everything before the election. Not saying, certain people might not be here, which is very possible. I know they're trying to take out somebody here. But I think they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that this election doesn't happen. Because we got the WEF, we got Yuri, that one guy. He was saying that if the former president winds up getting into office, it's going to ruin all their plans. The NWO, all the, the stuff that they're doing, that will lead to the Great Reset and everything that they're doing will all be ruined. They're saying if he gets elected, everything will be ruined. So they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that this guy does not get in to the presidency in November. It's still possible he could be elected and get in there, but they're going to do everything in their power. And this could be the time for the Great Reset. It would be it would be a perfect time for their plans, really. It would disrupt everything, and then certain people would still remain in power, and some people would not get into power if the people that are still in power get their way to continue to destroy our country and all the countries around the world, so they can bring in this new green system, the ERG, what is it, ESG, the social credit scores. This would be a perfect way to get all that in, and then the smart cities, all that stuff could go on. But supposedly, if this guy gets in, all their plans are ruined. So, what do you think about that? Again, I'm just throwing out stuff. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is going to happen, but I'm saying that what I'm saying is possible. And I don't believe, and I'm not for a second do I believe what the mainstream news is saying. They've been lying to us for years and years and years. Why would we suddenly believe, oh yeah, don't worry people, it's not a cyber attack? Even though it was the cyber company, the cybersecurity company that had the glitch. Are you kidding? But don't worry. It was the cyber security firm that had the glitch and knocked out everything. But don't worry, it wasn't a cyber attack. The company that's supposed to protect against it went down. But don't worry, it's not a cyber attack. So, I'm not saying it is either, but when they keep announcing over and over and over, oh, don't worry, everybody, it wasn't a cyber attack, that makes me think that it was. Or they're trying to divert attention from that even. Lots of crazy stuff. We're going to have lots of crazy things happening between now and November. Everybody, please be alert. Please be praying. And please, prep. Stock up on some things. It doesn't hurt to have a little extra food, a little extra water in case something does happen. I still believe that the first things that's going to happen, and this is close to being what my prediction was, power going out and things going out for a few weeks, maybe up to a month, and then they get everything back up, and then they say, hey, we got to get things set up in case this happens again. I've been saying this for years and years. So there'll be one big, people I don't think are even affected by this. They're not reacting like they should be reacting. And then when the big one happens, then it's going to wake everybody up. The power comes back up. They get everything back up. Oh, everybody, we just had this, whatever they say the cause is, a solar flare, whatever they say, they're just going to, put it up for that. And then when the big one happens, then they're going to say, okay, we need to prepare for the next one. So everybody needs to get a digital ID. They need to have digital banking, digital this, digital that. Everything's going to have to be updated. They're going to get rid of cash. They're going to do all that then. And then they're going to prepare, saying, oh, we need to have everything, secured, which I can't believe we're having all this problems. You think we would have, technology enough to prevent all this stuff from happening, but it keeps happening. But it's part of their plan. So I think that's what's going to happen is, this is just like a test. And then they're going to actually do it, and it's going to be down for a couple of weeks, and then everybody's going to be like, oh my goodness. They keep putting all this stuff up, and, some people notice, and they get it in our heads. Oh, this happens, this happens, this happens. We need to do this. So that's what's going to happen, I think. This is just my opinion, just my theory, so don't go off saying that, oh, he said this is going to happen. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but that's what I think is going to happen. And it would be a perfect way for it to happen. And again, I think it's going to happen on a Friday, just like this happened on a Friday. But everything's going to be down. Whether it's going to be down for a few days, a couple of weeks. But then they're going to come back up, and then everyone's going to know. And everybody's going to say, oh, yeah, we need to strengthen this and strengthen that. And we need to have the reset of all this so we can have all our money and our medical records and everything is all secure. So this doesn't happen again. And then the big one happens. And then everyone's forced for the mark of the beast. Just saying, just throwing it out there. I'm just saying, please, everybody, be alert every day. Be watching what's going on and be prepared for a situation like this. If let's say you're at work or you went to the store or something and this happens, you need to be prepared so you can get back to where you need to be and be with your families. Have a plan set up with your friends and family so in case something happens, you can meet in a certain place. Because you might not have phones, you might not have a car, you might not be able to do this. You need to have a plan set in place. And pray, pray, pray. Pray for, everything. Pray for our country, pray for that. And pray that we, as Christians can be prepared for these situations. And, this has been going on for so long, and we know it's going to happen eventually. And when it does, we need to be prepared to be able to help others, because others aren't going to know what's going on, and we are. We're going to know what's going on, and then we can help these people. And maybe, if we're lucky, we can help lead them to Christ. That's the main goal with all this. Everybody's like, oh, you're so worried about everything. Oh, you're stressed out. I have that from my friends and family. I'm not worried for myself. I'm worried for other people. Other people have no clue what's going on. And when it happens, they're going to be lost. They're going to be, they're not going to be thinking about, Jesus. They're going to just be thinking about, oh, how am I going to get, how am I going to eat? How am I going to, how am I going to live? Just basic survival. But we have a chance to help people at this point. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. And if you made it to this part of the end of this video, thank you so much. And just know that I care and love each and every one of you. That's why I do this. I try to warn people, about what's coming. And, I know I sound all excited and stressed and all that, but it's not for me. It's not for me. It's for everybody else. I want to help others. And I want people to be prepared. So if I keep planting seeds, and we keep planting seeds and telling people, that, this is going to happen. And then when it does, people are going to come to us and say, hey, how did you know? It's because we follow God. We follow Jesus. And we know that these are in the scriptures. This is in Revelation. This is in Daniel. This is in other books. Jeremiah. Zechariah. I can't even name them all. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John even has parts, There's all prophecies everywhere. 2/3 of the Bible is prophecy. If prophecy wasn't meant to be important, God wouldn't make 2/3 of the Bible prophecy. So I'm just saying, everybody, be prepared, be alert, and be ready. You know, it's not just prepping and stuff, it's being mentally prepared, spiritually prepared for this stuff. We need the whole armor of God. There's going to be so much deception. I haven't been doing very many videos on the former president and the shooting, because there's so much information out there. I don't know what's real and what's not. I just know for a fact that was the worst security ever. What exactly happened, we don't know. And I'm not going to speculate because I don't know. But I know something's going on. And we should know something's going on, and we should be prepared. I don't want to go on anymore. I love you guys. God bless. Just pray. Pray. Be spiritually prepared, and be prepared to help others when needed. I love you guys. God bless.